I'd like to welcome Coach Mark Torres, the head football coach for the Pebble Hills Spartans. And Coach Torres, how you doing this morning?
I'm great. So nice to see everybody out another year, and without a mask on, that's nice. Recognize everybody first glance, so that's a good thing.
How did your midnight practice go this morning?
It went great. The weather cooperated, which was something unusual because in 2020, not a whole lot cooperated with what we had planned. So it was a lot of fun.
Speaking about 2020, Coach, we talked about this earlier, but I know it was a tough season for everyone. What kind of adjustments did you try and make to keep your players and also your coaches interested and motivated throughout that season?
You know what? It was probably a mistake what I did, but I withheld a lot of information from everybody just because I didn't know what the schedule adjustment would be made if we had a cancellation. I didn't know who we might be playing kind of every couple of days. So I withheld a lot of information, and everybody just kind of kept pressing forward. And in the end, ultimately, it kind of backfired because the morale would be low. We'd be pressing hard, and then all of a sudden, last minute, the plug would get pulled, and that was really tough. That the mental approach to it was the most impactful. So I learned to just, no matter what, as I receive information, you just got to get it out in the open, let everybody know kind of where we stand so that they can be prepared for it, whatever comes up.
Christian?
And Coach, last year, obviously, we've talked with a few other coaches. Underclassmen have definitely made their shot to help with varsity. Was that the case for you as well? Is that the case coming into this year?
Well, we didn't have a choice. Last year was our smallest senior class ever. I mean, it wasn't even a 6A numbers-wise kind of senior class. And then when you throw COVID in the mix and some of those kids decided to opt out, we never even saw last year, which was kind of heartbreaking for our coaches who had invested a lot of time with those kids since they were in 8th grade and 9th grade. So the young guys in our program didn't have a choice. It was either if they were there, they were going to have to play. I guess the good news in the long run is they're going to have to play for the next 2-3 years. And so you guys will get a chance to become really familiar with those kids.
And those kids, offensive, defensively, who's the guys we got to look out for going into this year?
Well, I mean, just, of course, the obvious headliner kind of spots are quarterback and running back, things like that. And we're fortunate to have some really good players in junior Jacob Ledesma and sophomore Gael Ochoa. So, they'll be taking a lot of snaps and doing a lot of things for our team. Eric Marin is a kid who played running back, and he's been up since he was a sophomore. He'll be a senior this year. So he's developed nicely over the years. And our offensive line, we have a couple of kids that we feel are pretty good players. Gabriel Olivas is our left tackle. He's a 3-year starter. And Eric Rubio is a right tackle for us, and he'll end up playing center and guard for us as well. Very versatile, so I'm happy with the progress that they've made up front too.
You know what, Coach? It's interesting to me, and talking to the coaches that have already been through here, and I think one of the main ideas that I get from everyone is everyone is looking forward to the young players, the young players coming up and developing, and I'm sure that's true in your case also.
Yeah, it's always fun when they can kind of stand out of the crowd at a young age, and you kind of see the potential. The difficult part is, as you know, is how do you keep them focused, and how does it not become overwhelming for them at a young age? And fortunately, we have some guys that complement each other in similar positions, so there's not so much pressure on one individual kid.
So looking over the teams in 1-6A and just going over some of the information that has been out there, what does it look like to you from your perspective?
I always view our district as one that has a lot of parity, and the reason why, in my opinion, is that the styles are different. You've got to prepare different for somebody every single week, and everybody's good at something, and they do something different than everybody else. And so how do you match up individually with your strengths, and is there an injury here or there? Is there something going on in positions that might be key for you that week? So that's what makes it stressful. It's not necessarily the teams what they're known for. It's just they're all good at something, and the coaching is really good in our league. So it's a challenge every week.
One last question. In looking at your pre-district schedule, it's kind of tough this year.
Well, you don't have a choice. I mean, when you end your realignment year and you have a successful season like we did before the last realignment, not too many people want to play. And if they do want to play you, they want you to travel across the state twice instead of coming to El Paso. So you're limited, but at the same time, it's also a compliment to your program when the Mojo are knocking down your door really wanting to play you. And, a traditional El Paso power like Del Valle is trying to get on the schedule. So we're looking forward to those matchups because we've not played those two programs before. And then a little neighborhood rivalry with El Dorado to finish out pre-district. So there are no easy games, there are no easy matchups, and it gives us a chance to really focus up and find out what we're made of early on.
Coach, looking forward to seeing you this season. Good luck, and hope to see you during the season.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction, long overdue.
Thank you, Coach.
A lot of people might not know Coach Grijalva was coaching at Franklin when I was playing in high school, and without question, the '99 Cougar defense was pretty special. And a lot of those guys are friends of mine, to this day, and those guys were really, really special and led by this guy sitting next to me here. So congratulations to you, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Coach.